Hello students and welcome to Learner Spark Biology. My name is Nandini and this video is the continuation of life process chapter of CBSE class 10 biology. In this video, we'll learn that how animals obtain their nutrition. So let's start the topic. Nutrition in animals. न्यूट्रिशन इन एनिमल्स को हम दो पार्ट्स में कवर करेंगे, न्यूट्रिशन इन अमीबा एंड न्यूट्रिशन इन ह्यूमंस. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद न्यूट्रिशन इन अमीबा फर्स्ट. So let us understand what amoeba is. Amoeba is a unicellular organism. That means the body of amoeba is made up of single cells only and it is an aquatic organism. It feeds on microscopic organism that floats in its surrounding. The mode of nutrition in amoeba is holozoic mode of nutrition and the process by which amoeba obtain its nutrition is known as phagocytosis. The whole process of nutrition in amoeba is completed in 5 steps. Let us see what are those 5 steps. So number 1 is ingestion, number 2 digestion, then absorption, then assimilation and egestion. So these are the 5 steps of holozoic nutrition. Let us understand these steps one by one. Let's start with ingestion. What is ingestion? Ingestion is intake of food. As amoeba does not have a mouth, so they ingest the food with the help of pseudopodia. Pseudopodia is also known as false feet. It engulfs the food along with some water to form a food vacuole. So amoeba engulfs or take food inside its body along with some water molecule to form a food vacuole inside its body. Let's move on, and the next step is digestion. So digestion is basically breakdown of complex food material into simpler ones. So after the formation of food vacuole, amoeba releases some digestive enzymes into the food vacuole which break down the food material inside the food vacuole into small molecules. Moving on with the next step, that is absorption. The digested food is absorbed into the cytoplasm and food vacuole disappear. After digestion, absorption process takes place. So जो भी food digest हो गया है, that is being absorbed into the cytoplasm and after that the vacuole disappears. Next step is assimilation. The energy obtained from the food after the digestion is used for the growth and development of amoeba's body. So assimilation is the process of utilization of the food after absorption for the growth and development of any organism's body. This is assimilation. Moving on with the last step of holozoic mode of nutrition, that is egestion. After the accumulation of undigested waste in the body, the cell membrane of amoeba's body ruptures and the waste is discarded from the body. After absorption and assimilation, the undigested waste which is present inside amoeba's body, it is discarded from the body. Look at this diagram. So this is the diagrammatic representation of all the 5 steps of holozoic nutrition. This one over here is ingestion. As you can see, amoeba is engulfing the food with the help of pseudopodia or false feet. After engulfing, it is forming a food vacuole inside its body. And as you can see over here, some digestive enzymes are being released into the food vacuole which will help in the process of digestion. What does this mean? This means that these digestive enzymes will break down the complex food material present inside this food vacuole into smaller ones. Next step is absorption. After the complete digestion of the food will be absorbed into the cytoplasm of amoeba's body. After that, the absorbed food will be used for the process of assimilation and then the undigested waste is egested out from the body. With this, the nutrition in amoeba is completed. Let's move on to the next topic, that is nutrition in humans. Here we will be talking about digestive system of humans. So the digestive system of human consists of 2 parts, alimentary canal or digestive tract और digestive glands. तो अगर हम ह्यूमन डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम की बात करें तो इसके 2 पार्ट्स हैं. फर्स्ट पार्ट इज एलिमेंट्री कैनाल और डाइजेस्टिव ट्रैक्ट एंड द सेकंड पार्ट इज एसोसिएटेड ग्लैंड्स. लेट अस सी द पार्ट्स ऑफ एलिमेंट्री कैनाल और डाइजेस्टिव ट्रैक्ट. द पार्ट्स आर माउथ, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. And the parts of digestive glands are salivary gland, gastric gland, liver and pancreas. So all these together, alimentary canal, digestive tract along with digestive glands form a digestive system. Now let us look at the individual parts of digestive system along with its function. Let's start with mouth. So mouth consists of teeth, tongue and salivary glands. Teeth help in the mechanical breakdown of food into smaller pieces for easy digestion. So if we talk about digestion, digestion is of two types: mechanical digestion and enzymatic digestion. Mechanical digestion takes place with the help of teeth, and if we talk about enzymatic or chemical digestion, it takes place with the help of enzymes. And if we talk about the function of tongue, this is really helpful in mixing the food with saliva so that saliva can act on it. Let's talk about salivary glands. Salivary glands are responsible to secrete saliva. Humans have three pair of salivary glands, that is parotid gland, sublingual gland and submandibular glands. And all these glands are responsible to secrete saliva that contain an enzyme known as salivary amylase. This salivary amylase helps in the chemical digestion or enzymatic digestion of starch. So the digestion of starch starts in mouth only. As we were talking about enzymes, let us understand what enzyme is. So enzymes are the proteinaceous structure that help in the progress of any reaction. Enzymes are biocatalysts which are produced inside our body, and they help to alter the rate of reactions taking place inside our body. Moving on to the next part of alimentary canal, that is esophagus. So after the partial digestion of food, food is pushed into the food pipe or esophagus by the action of tongue. The walls of esophagus expand and contract to push the food down into the stomach, and this rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the food pipe is known as peristalsis. So peristalsis is a wavy movement which is taking place with the help of regular contraction and relaxation of food pipe. The food is being pushed into the stomach. Moving on to the third part of the alimentary canal, stomach. So food is pushed into the stomach by the peristaltic or wavy movement of esophagus, and the exit of food from the esophagus to stomach is regulated by lower esophageal sphincter. Sphincters are ring-shaped muscle that relaxes or tightens to open or close a passage. तो sphincter का काम क्या है? Sphincter का काम है to regulate the exit of food from esophagus to stomach. After this, the food is churned inside the stomach for 3 to 4 hours to form a semi-solid paste that is known as chyme. The walls of stomach contain a gland known as gastric gland. So gastric gland कहाँ present है? Gastric gland present है stomach के lining में, stomach की walls में, which secrete gastric juices into the stomach. Let us understand what are these gastric juices and what are the functions of these gastric juices. So gastric juices contain hydrochloric acid, pepsin, that is an enzyme, and mucus. So let us see the functions of these digestive juices individually. Let's start with HCl. It changes the medium of gastric juices acidic. So pepsin is an enzyme which can only act in acidic medium. The primary function of HCl is to change the medium of gastric juices to acidic so that pepsin can act on it. Also, it kills the bacteria entering the stomach along with the food. Next is pepsin. So pepsin is an enzyme, as mentioned earlier also, that it can only act in an acidic medium, and this enzyme is responsible to digest protein. The digestion of protein starts in stomach, so this is a partial digestion only, not the complete digestion. Gastric chief cells secrete pepsin as an inactivated substance called pepsinogen. So pepsin is secreted inside the stomach in an inactivated form, that is pepsinogen. Cells within the stomach lining secrete hydrochloric acid that lowers the pH of the stomach. So, after the secretion of HCl or hydrochloric acid, the medium becomes acidic, which activates pepsinogen to form pepsin. A low pH of 1.5 to 2 activates pepsin. So, this is the pH required to activate pepsin. And the next one is mucus. Mucus is secreted to protect the lining of stomach from acidic secretion, that is HCl. So mucus क्या करता है? Mucus stomach की lining को protect करता है from hydrochloric acid. अगर mucus का secretion नहीं होगा, then what will happen? It will degrade, hydrochloric acid will degrade the lining of stomach, and that can lead to ulcers. If you want to see the other parts of this chapter, you can check the I button. Also, I'll put the links in the description box. Let's continue to the fourth part of alimentary canal, that is small intestine. So food after the partial digestion in the stomach moves into small intestine, and the exit of food from stomach to small intestine is regulated by pyloric sphincter. So this is present at the junction of small intestine and stomach. The small intestine is the longest part of alimentary canal, and it is called so because of its narrow structure. The approximate length of small intestine is around 6 to 7 meters. It receives secretions from two glands, that is the liver and pancreas. So let's talk about liver and the secretions from liver. The liver secretes bile juice which is then stored in gallbladder. So liver is responsible to secrete bile juice which is after the secretion is stored into gallbladder. And if we talk about the color of bile, it is greenish yellow because of the presence of two pigments, that is bilirubin and biliverdin. Bile has two functions. If we talk about bile component, it has two functions. First of all, it provides alkaline medium to the food which is coming from stomach. So the food which is coming from stomach is highly acidic. So there is a need to change the medium of the foods, otherwise it can damage small intestine. Also there is a need to change the medium of the food to alkaline so that pancreatic enzymes can act on it. Bile salts break down large fat molecule into small globules. This is also known as emulsification of fat. And after that, pancreatic juices can act on those small globules very easily. So pancreatic juices contain digestive enzymes like amylase, trypsin and lipase. If we talk about amylase, pancreatic amylase helps in the breakdown of starch or complex carbohydrate. Next enzyme, that is trypsin, it helps in the digestion of protein, the complete digestion of protein. And if we talk about lipase, lipase helps in the complete digestion of emulsified fats. Let us look at the digestion process in small intestine. The enzymes that are present in small intestine completes the digestion of food. That means small intestine is the site of complete digestion of food. Complex carbohydrates are converted into glucose after digestion. Proteins are converted into amino acids after digestion, and fats are converted into fatty acids and glycerols after digestion. And after the complete digestion of food, small molecules of food get absorbed by the walls of small intestine. So small intestine is the region of absorption because of the presence of villi. What are villi? Villi are tiny finger-like organ, as you can see it over here in this diagram, that increases the cross-section area of small intestine for efficient absorption. जितना ज़्यादा villi होगा, उतना ज़्यादा absorption होगा. So after absorption, the absorbed food reaches all the body part via bloodstream. The digested food which is not used immediately is stored in the liver in the form of glycogen. So glycogen is the stored food reserve in case of animal. Now the last part of alimentary canal is large intestine. The undigested food from the small intestine enters into the wider region of alimentary canal, that is large intestine. Here most of the water from the undigested food is absorbed, and after the absorption of water, the leftover part becomes semi-solid. This semi-solid part is removed from the body through anus in the form of feces or stool. The exit of this undigested food from the body is known as egestion or defecation and is regulated by anal sphincter. So with this we reach the end of this video. If you have any doubts, you can put it in the comment box. इस chapter के बाकी parts का link आपको description box में मिल जाएगा. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this video, and for more keep on watching Learner Spark Biology.